Here's how to use psychology to get people to care about your content, to actually give a shit about what you're saying. Obviously, if you want people to give a shit, you have to talk about things that people actually give a shit about, and also things that matter to you. But human beings are weird little creatures, and we often decide whether we trust somebody or connect to them within milliseconds based off stuff that often has nothing to do with what you're actually saying. The first thing to consider is your positioning when you're filming. If you want your audience to feel connected to you, your eyeline should be level to theirs or slightly below theirs. If it's above your audience, it's going to subconsciously feel dominant and detached. The next thing is something that politicians and often therapists do as well. If you want to signal connection, empathy, and warmth, throw in a head tilt every now and again. When you're squared to the camera, it can come across as rigid and authoritative. It signals power rather than connection. The next thing to do is make sure you're including micro movements and natural movement in your content. A lot of people kind of edit this out of themselves to seem very professional, but touch your hair, use your hands, adjust your collar, move in a very natural way. It makes your content feel more human, more spontaneous, more organic, and easier to connect with. The next thing is to use silence really intentionally. A lot of content creators are afraid of pauses in their content because they want to constantly stimulate people and think that if you stop, it'll make people drop off. But if you're saying something really impactful, have a pause before or after you say it. And similarly, delivering your content quietly can help as well. I've seen a lot of people use whispering in their content, people whispering their hooks, because it can create a sense of intimacy that makes people lean in. So the next thing is something called the concreteness effect, and this is something that I actually teach in the Content Club, which is my course and community for content creators, and it's especially helpful to anybody in the wellness, personal growth, development, health, mental health space. Whenever you are talking about an emotion or a feeling, you want to make it emotionally specific. So rather than saying something like, I was anxious, you describe the feeling. I was sitting in my car for 20 minutes shaking, convincing myself to go in. That specificity creates recognition, and it also allows people to visualize themselves in that situation.